tonight, Governor Ayade approved program of events for 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Week in the state. Experts have on nutritional value of African star apple. Plus, 2021 AFCON champions to pocket $4.5 million, equivalent to 2.8 billion naira prize money, with an increment of 11%. Details shortly. Good evening and welcome to Nta Calabar News at 7. I am Ode Alenyo, and now the news in details. The state governor Ben Ayade has approved program of events for the 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Week in the state. As part of the activities for the week's celebration, an interdenominational church service has been scheduled to hold on the 9th of January at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Navy Barracks, Nta Calabar by 10 o'clock in the morning. A statement signed by the Commissioner for Humanitarian Service, Blessing Ibarra, invites the governor and his deputy, members of the legislature, the state chief judge, members of the state executive council, secretary to the state government to attend. Other invitees to attend the interdenominational church service are head of service, service chiefs, members of the diplomatic corps, chairmen and members of boards, commissions and agencies, permanent secretaries, all political appointees and members of the Nigerian Legion. WASP group of companies located at Utunoyo Crescent, Ndidemuchanso Road, Calabar, is a consulting specialist in road construction, electrification, drilling of boreholes, as well as renovation of schools. Erika Ivy reports that the organization set out time to meet with 8 contractors to chart a way forward on 8 existing projects in the 3 local government areas of its operation in the state.
It is customary for most organizations, companies, and parastatals to meet either at the end of the year or the beginning of every year to review and strategize on impact work assessment of the organizations. And so, it was not out of place for WALS Group of Companies, a consulting organization to Akpabuyo, Odukbani, and Calabar Municipality, to meet with their development partners in order to interface on achievable projects for the year 2022.
I advise them to stay calm as we are making sure working in partnership with the Commission as well as Prosper State Government to make sure we synergize and bring this project to bear.
We are going to be working with every contractor who have been with us already, who is already registered with us.
Some contractors in the meeting expressed optimism that the hope and aspirations of the organization will be achieved through a more legal framework to benefit the host communities.
Where we failed last year, we're going to succeed this year here. Any area we could not make sure that we're going to recover all the possibility. I want to thank God that they were able to call a meeting at the first week, the first month in this very beautiful year 2020. That means something good is coming out of it.
And we are happy from what WALS have told us their journey so far, the hiccups, the challenges, God made it a bit easy for them. And we are hoping that definitely before the year runs out, all the projects might be fully implemented.
There was an interactive session where questions were asked in some gray areas. WALS, a group of companies which started in 2008, is one of the fastest growing consulting companies in Cross River State. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, NTA News.
Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade has charged local government council chairmen in the state to ensure the trickle-down development to the people in the rural areas. The governor gave the charge during his first meeting with local government chairmen in 2022. Paul Ebel has details.
In 2021, the Deputy Governor, Professor Ivara Esu, and the Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, Stella Udeebo, went round the 18 local government areas to assess the performance of the chairmen on how they have brought development to their domain. Therefore, this meeting of the governor with local government chairmen, which was held behind closed doors, is to reel out the results of the tour and commend those who perform excellently. The Secretary to the State Government and the Local Government Commissioner speak on the outcome of the meeting.
The report shows that they have done so well. They have, these projects, as you know, our governor, his idea is to impact on the humanitarian section of governance. And that's what they reported to us today. So he's charged them to do that, and they came today and they have said what they did. And the people who went to supervise and assess it have given them marks. In fact, I think they scored over 90%.
He's a humanitarian governor. Reasons why he's charging the chairman to equally be humanitarian in their deeds. He has asked that they return back, they try to relate with people, they try to embark on several empowerment projects, to be able to trickle down development to the rural populace, which of course was very much welcomed by all the chairmen in council today.
Being a new year, we have to call ourselves together and chart a way forward. That's what transpired in the meeting here. In fact, we actually assess our past records as far as last year is concerned. Our past work, the work we did in our respective local government area, especially the jobs that have impact on the people, especially the rural populace.
Chairman of Ikom Local Government Council, Kingsley Egumi, was adjudged Best Performing Chairman, followed by Boniface Eraye of Obudu Local Government and Fabian Ogbeche of Yala Local Government Council. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Although the federal government has taken steps to address the needs of persons with disabilities, this category of persons persistently face stigmatism, discrimination, and barriers to accessing basic social services and economic opportunities. To tackle this, in Cross River State, government enact the disability law to safeguard the rights of persons with disabilities. Nta Calabar understands that the All Progressive Congress also includes special persons position at all APC leadership in Cross River State to set the ball in motion.
This 13-year-old Charity Basi Ubi is a disabled girl. According to her father, was born normal and became ill at the age of 7. Since then, Charity could not walk again and could not go to school as well because of her parents' inability to purchase a wheelchair. She is one of the thousands of disabled persons finding life difficult either because of the socioeconomic situation in the country or the inability of parents to provide for their basic needs. With the presentation of this wheelchair, Charity is back to school.
Start from voters registration exercise.
Thank you,
please,
Mommy.
Please make sure that we have our members and make that all of them
for giving me wheelchair.
They have APC.
The wheelchair I bought, the first wheelchair I bought, that one since that one spoiled, because I have 3 of them, so I can't afford wheelchair, including for the sisters and brothers.
Are we getting me now?
So, since I have wheelchair now, she will start school.
The office of the Special Leader All Progressives Congress Cross River State also presented crutches to other disabled persons. The office is also calling on spirited Nigerians to support them to enable other disabled persons' needs to be addressed.
To give to somebody, a lady a young girl of about 11 years from Yakol local government who has stayed away from school, not because of her making, but because she didn't have a means to roll herself to school. Today, we are going to make a difference in the life of that young girl.
Care for special people is what we ought to do as human beings. And that is what our party has demonstrated today.
Persons with disabilities face difficulties accessing basic services such as education, health, public transport, and social safety net. These challenges, among others, compound their vulnerability, especially during this COVID-19 era. In Calabar, Nta Calabar, NTA News.
The African star apple, also known as udari in Efik language, is a seasonal fruit found in rural and urban markets in Nigeria, particularly in the months of December to April. While this fruit is enjoyed by many Nigerians in the dry season, many are unaware of its nutritional benefits. Justina Etum speaks with experts on its nutritional values.
The African star apple, botanically known as Chrysophyllum albidum, is a West African origin exotic fruit that has a tender, sweet, and sour tasting inner flesh. This wonder fruit, eaten raw as snacks, when ripe, is a rich source of calcium, with each serving providing up to 10% recommended daily allowance. They also contain good amounts of vitamin A and C, higher than the levels found in oranges and guava.
Most of these fruits contain a lot of vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. The antioxidants is it mops up the few chemicals in the body that would have been detrimental to the body system. So that's why they are called antioxidants. So we need to understand that there are a lot of materials in the body that end up being harmful to the body. And so those harmful agents are being mopped up by these antioxidants, and it helps the system to have a normal flow.
Not only is the flesh of the African star apple packed with several nutritional benefits, the leaves are also used in herbal medicine to reduce glucose levels, which is the same function that insulin performs in people suffering from diabetes. Like other fruits, the African star apple are best consumed when in season, in view of their affordability at this time. But this year, sellers say it is not business as usual, as the African star apples are rather expensive.
I 2,500, but now, if you want to buy this from 8,000, some is 10,000. In short, when you sell like this, before you know, you will not see any gain inside.
Blood, and to planning, plant well, do what they have to do, so that the thing will come more. Because the more we have it, the more we sell. But the less we have, we lose.
One nurse told me that she likes it because every time the season that comes, the fruits that are in that season, she likes to eat them all. So that we should be doing that. It will be good for us. That is why I'm always buying fruits when they come. In that season, I buy and consume.
You eat it. It's good for catarrh, chest. When you have catarrh, you can eat it. When you have cough, it's very good for cough. You can take it for cough. And moreover, it's vitamin C. So it's very good. So we have to take it.
From the prevention of mouth gum disease to the tackling of toothache, the benefits of the African star apple goes on and on. So, anytime you get closer to the fruit, grab it, not only for its nice taste, but also for its nutritional benefits. In Calabar, Justina Itam, NTA News.
You are watching News Reaching You from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at YouTube/Nta Calabar. We'll take a break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to the rest of our news. As 2023 general election approaches, the issue of zoning is once again central and, as usual, contentious. Cross River State, as an entity of Nigeria polity, has similar peculiarities as agitation for and against zoning is still very contentious. Leo Ajom again felt the pulse of residents on these agitations in Cross River State.
Research shows that intricacies associated with people's position on the zoning of leadership positions have not changed. whereas most respondents reasoned that zoning was prescribed as a panacea to the country's problems. But in the face of ambition, this concern is viewed to always been jettisoned and the polity becomes excessively heated.
1999, as you admitted, no zoning. South and North contested. South won. 2007, Central and North contested. Central won. Is it not inevitably clear that by 2015 there will be a no contest? Because it is only the North that is left. Inevitably, understandably. No more, no less.
Others say zoning has proven to be a limitation in terms of quality delivery of democratic dividends to Nigerians.
Democracy is for everybody. It's not for a specific group of persons. We may have a better candidate from other parts, but because of zoning, we just have to take it to a place where we don't have a better person that will lead us well. The way the state is, nobody is happy about the state. What we want is a candidate that will represent us well.
My opinion is that the governorship should rotate and come back to where it's supposed to be. This turn is for the South. Let the governorship go to the South. I believe in zoning.
We look at the aspirants, look at who has a plan that is workable. Yeah, even for this country and even for the states. Yeah, if we look at somebody, we feel that this person can assist, can bring back the economy to what we expect. We should look at that. This zoning thing is not giving us the best.
Concerned Nigerians, however, called for the choice of leaders with requisite competence to handle the challenges of security, economy, be sincere to the people, and unite the country beyond the limitation of religion and ethnicity. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajom, NTA News.
Concerned residents of Bayelsa State have suggested the approval and licensing of modular refineries to curb incidents of pollution from illegal refining of crude oil in the Niger Delta. They also stressed the need for operators in the oil and gas industry to uphold international best practices. Ebinimi Zetimi Yola takes us through.
Gas flaring and incidents of oil spilling from pipelines into surrounding water and land have continued to pollute communities in the Niger Delta. Recently, the wellhead of OML 29 at Santa Barbara, Nimbe, Bayelsa State, operated by ITO, blew out and spilled oil into the creeks, rivulets and rivers. For more than 1 month, the oil spread to many communities, contaminated the environment, posed serious health challenges and cripples the means of livelihood of the people.
Arguably the biggest oil spill disaster in the history of oil and gas exploration and exploitation in Nigeria. Unfortunately, there appears to be no immediate respite in sight for our people.
We don't need food only, but they should think of giving us drugs and other things.
We need to see a comprehensive cleanup that will not just stop around the wellhead, but follows the spill wherever it's gone to and wherever it's expected, whether it's visible or not.
Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri is concerned about the situation, which he described as worrisome.
We will do everything under the ambits of the Nigerian law and international law to redress this high volume of pollution in our state and in our land.
Minister of State Petroleum Resources Chief Temipre Silva and his counterpart from the Ministry of Environment Sharon Ekiazo visited the site of the spill.
We want to also see that steps are being taken to ensure that things are corrected.
Blame game over the cause of the spill and where responsibility lies led to the composition of a joint investigation committee. The Bayelsa State government says it is committed to pursuing environmental justice for the affected people. Experts have the opinion that the constant pollution of the Niger Delta environment has reduced the life expectancy of the people of the region, and the time to act is now. Ebinimi Zitimiola, NTA News.
The East-West Road is the main link from the western states to the South-South by road. However, the Bayelsa State section of the road, apart from the Shagbama and Keima axis, is still one lane. Aya Prezi has details.
Most parts of the East-West Road that fall within Bayelsa State traffic are still a single lane for the two ways, apart from the Sagbama and Kayama axis. No work has been done for a long time on the other way. This has often resulted in avoidable accidents that have claimed many lives lately.
Recent, I think that was November, we had another fatal accident, the vehicle coming all the way from Lagos and another one coming from Yenegua and trying to overtake a trailer, and during that process, because it wasn't a dual lane, the accident was fatal and the Jeep guy had to run into this other bus and the bus somersaulted and it was something else, and about I think 13 persons died. Why? Because the bus caught flame up. And
this way is good, and this way no good because of that. Now one way. This one they speed. This one they speed.
Drivers are concerned about the condition of the road and calling on relevant MDAs of the federal government to intervene.
They should try and dualize the road, and I think with that it will reduce the accidents on the road.
They from Patani to Imbiama Junction they should look into, so that the way this other side they are, they should come and do the dual road for us.
Meanwhile, officials of the supervising Niger Delta Ministry were not on hand to speak on the immediate or otherwise plans for continuing work on the road. From the Bayelsa City section of the East-West Road, Aya Prezi, NTA News.
Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Yobe State has apprehended a Secretary-General alleged to have specialized in the making of fake local and foreign currencies. The Commandant SCDC Yobe State Command, David Navuki, paraded the suspect in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital. Adam Yusuf completed the story.
The 75-year-old suspect was arrested in Gaydon town in Yobe State alongside a 23-year young man allegedly belonging to the same syndicate. The suspects reportedly have expertise in the business of producing counterfeit naira notes, American dollars, and other foreign currencies, which they have used in defrauding the unsuspecting public. So far, investigation by the intelligence units of the command had indicated that the two suspects are accomplices in the same criminality. In a related development, a suspect intercepted with 35 kilograms of cannabis sativa in Pika has been handed over to the officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for further investigation.
Our organization is saddled with responsibility to prosecute criminal offenses, that is, on any criminal matters. Against this background, we have that mandate. Our legal unit will handle such.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps further reiterates its commitment to enhance the synergy with other security agencies to rid Yobe State of criminal elements to ensure lives and property of the citizens. In Damaturu, Adam Yusuf, NTA News.
And to end the news, a recap of the top stories. The State Governor Benayade has approved program of events for the 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Week with interdenominational church service to be held at Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Akim Navy Barracks tomorrow by 10 a.m. The nutritional benefits of African star apple has been highlighted by experts as it reduces glucose level with the same function as insulin. That's it on our news tonight. From me is good night.